Hello, we're here outside our smallest greenhouse that we call the garden house. We're going to be working on the plastic and the curtains here on the side today. So welcome to the Neal's Homestead, and today we're going to be redoing this little greenhouse. This is basically a simple version of what we do on our larger greenhouses. On the larger greenhouses we have winch cranks that will close them. Since it's so small, we decided to just go with a curtain that can hand drop. The purpose of this is so that on hotter days we can drop the curtain down, it can get plenty of airflow across there and keep the building from overheating. It's got a couple different parts. It's got the main curtain part here. It's got these pockets on the side that the curtain slips inside of that contain it as it goes up and down and helps create a seal. You can see through the plastic here where the curtain comes to, and you don't want to run it all the way to the end or it will tend to snag and create too much friction as you try to raise it and lower it. You want it back a little bit. Anywhere in there works. And then inside of the curtain here there is a section of pipe, and that gives it some rigidity and gives you a good place to hook and to help it raise and lower evenly. With this one we've just decided on using some nails to set the pipe on as hooks to hold it in position. So I'll just pop it apart real quick so you can see what happens. Lower it down, and that allows airflow to go in. This is the other side of the building, and there's no curtain on this side yet. So we'll show you the process we go through to do that, and we're going to replace the plastic on the side as well. So first step is going to be stripping everything off so we can work at it. This section of board here, this is added onto the post, so it's not the post itself, but it's obviously completely rotten. We're going to replace it while we're doing this. This bottom board here is also rotted out. I got a feeling this board may not have been CCA. And it's a 2x8. We have a 2x6 that we're going to replace it with. We're just going to put it at the same height and leave the gap at the bottom. I think I got the deconstruction complete. Now it's time to do the reconstruction. One dimension that you have to be aware of that has to work is that the curtain has to come out the right length here, and the right length down here. We don't have this bottom board in place yet, but I wanted to point that out to save people mistakes. We'll show you how to do all that later. We picked up this door off Craigslist for 25 bucks, so couldn't pass it up. We needed a new door for this as the wind tore our other one up. I'm now ready to put the nails in the side to hang the curtain on. When you're doing this, you want them about 1 inch or so up from the bottom. And then you have to think where the pockets are going to lap over to, because you need to put the nail beyond that. It doesn't have to be real precise, but you got to think about it a little bit. Looks like some seeds settled down here between the board and the plastic that was here and grew into grass plants. Now we have to put the bar through the pocket at the top of the curtain. There's this sewn in pocket, it just goes all the way down. Pretty simple, you just slide the bar in and that gives it some rigidity. And then it hangs on the nails. Now you have to grab the bottom and stretch it out. You don't want it super duper tight, but you do want it pretty much there. And then so we then go across here, putting the nails every 6 to 8 inches or so. And with these you want to be careful to snug them in, but not hit them too tight or it'll cut around the nail. You don't want to do that. Now I'm going to work on getting the pockets up here. It's pretty simple really, just to make sure you're lapped over this. You're not past your nail, and then you'll nail it at the top and then down the side, nail it at the bottom and cut it to fit. Got to go down here and secure it at the bottom to make sure things don't move around on me. putting the CChannel on that we use to fasten the plastic in. It already had it on the top. We're putting it in the bottom and then on the corners. We've got it installed here. We just put screws in every so often. The CChannel is an aluminum channel that we put at the edge of the plastic, and it allows us to put wiggle wire in here, put the plastic down and then put wiggle wire over the top of it that holds the plastic in place securely, so it pulls across the whole face of the plastic and not just a few spots as if you put a strip over it and nailed it.
Well, after we put the new curtain on the bottom of the house on both sides, there were several cracks in the plastic above that. So we replaced the plastic above the curtain on both sides. So it should be as good as new now. When we replaced the top part of this, we put a new track all the way across and then pull the plastic down and put the wiggle wire in, and that leaves enough to cover the cracks so the rain won't go in where the curtain starts. Trying to fasten down a loose edge here with some plastic tape, and it's very difficult to get the backing off of it. It's stitched tight and it's hard to find. Well, the wind flopping the roof around made a crack in it about a foot long, and I put this plastic tape on it on the outside, and that should seal it up permanently. Tape is really sticky, and when you take the backing off of it, wherever it sticks or touches the plastic, that's permanent, and it is made specifically for greenhouse plastic repair, and it works very well. It is very expensive. I think this little roll here is somewhere around $25, but it's well worth its cost. We got the new door put on and works very well, and we're glad to have that done. Ready for another year. This wraps up giving our garden house a facelift for this year, and so makes me feel good to have that one done.